What if I told you that the U.S. military spent over $800 million hunting a single man in Africa yet never caught him? This is a story of Joseph Kony, the warlord who abducted tens of thousands of children, built an army of fear, and evaded the world's most powerful military for decades. So why did America care so much about catching him? And how did he slip away? Northern Uganda, late 1980s. Uganda's long civil war had just ended. From the ashes of a failed spiritual rebellion, a young mystic named Joseph Kony claimed he spoke with spirits and had a divine mission. His group, the Lord's Resistance Army, LRA, promised to defend the Akali people. Instead, it turned on them. The LRA became infamous for night raids on villages, massacres, and most horrifically the abduction of children. Boys were turned into soldiers, girls into wives. By the mid-1990s, Kony had a formidable force, backed by Sudan's government, which armed him as part of a proxy war against Uganda. With outside support, the LRA survived every Ugandan offensive. In 2005, the International Criminal Court issued its first-ever arrest warrants for Joseph Kony and 4 of his top commanders. Crimes against humanity, war crimes, enslavement, child soldiering. But the ICC warrants also made peace talks difficult. Why would Kony sign a deal if it meant ending up in The Hague? From 2006 to 2008, talks in Juba. Sudan nearly ended the war. Kony came close and backed out at the last minute. His army melted into the jungles of Congo, South Sudan, and the Central African Republic. In December 2008, regional armies launched Operation Lightning Thunder, a U.S.-supported strike on Kony's base in Congo. It failed. Kony escaped, and in retaliation, the LRA carried out the Christmas massacres, slaughtering hundreds of civilians and abducting scores of children. The world now saw just how dangerous cornering him could be. So why did the U.S. get involved? 2 reasons. First, humanitarian pressure. In 2010, Congress passed the LRA Disarmament and Northern Uganda Recovery Act, the most widely supported U.S. foreign policy bill in history. Second, strategy. A relatively small investment elite special forces, drones, and logistics might neutralize one of Africa's worst war criminals while strengthening regional allies. In 2011, President Obama deployed about 100 special operations advisors to help regional armies hunt Kony. The mission, called Operation Observing Compass, would last 6 years and cost around $800 million. Despite all that money and manpower, Kony was never caught. Here's why. Kony operated in some of the toughest environments on dense forests, roadless borderlands, and conflict zones where no single government had control. Again, the LRA fragmented into small groups that moved constantly. Kony rarely used radios, making him nearly invisible to surveillance. Also, regional armies often shifted priorities. When governments changed or new wars broke out, the hunt slowed down. Finally, with international warrants hanging over him, surrender meant prison. Hiding was safer than peace. Was a mission a failure? Not entirely. The LRA was reduced from thousands of fighters to fewer than 100 scattermen. Civilian massacres dropped dramatically. Several senior commanders defected or were captured. But the headline target, the man whose name drove the mission, remains free. By 2017, the U.S. ended Operation Observing Compass, declaring the LRA significantly degraded. Today, Joseph Kony is still wanted by the ICC, making him one of the longest-standing fugitives in modern history. The lesson is sobering. You can spend nearly $1 billion, mobilize global campaigns, and dismantle an army yet still fail to capture one man. Joseph Kony's ghost still haunts the borderlands of Central Africa. His army is shattered, but his name remains a symbol of how elusive justice can be. So here's the question. Was the $800 million mission worth it? Or did the U.S. simply prove that some wars and some men are impossible to end by force? Are you leaving with liking the video? Please don't do that. Encourage me by liking this video and subscribe. Comment your opinion, let's learn together. If you have heard about Kony before, tell us more about him, your experience in the comment section, and also don't forget to subscribe. Bye.